should ignore these rappers, man. They say anything. Call me Susie Piggy Bank. I got plenty change. She rep HBK the over everything. Married to the game with the wedding rag. Everybody try to duplicate. We just innovate. Young and making plenty cake. Get my straight. I'm a heartbreak vet. Being broke, what I can't accept. I'ma hold it. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Ain't nothing changed with the name on the check. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I don't know about y'all, but I'll die by respect. And that's real, that's real, that's real. I'ma live in the meantime. Haters telling me to chill cause they need time. Rest in peace, it's the G-A-N-G. Hate on me cause we ain't leave the sea vacant. We taking the RAP game to a new place. I swear that we got this tied like a shoelace for real. Wherever I go, my homies come to. I love my squad. We up in this thing. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. I love my squad. Wherever I go, my homies come to. We up in this thing. Wherever I go, my homies come to. We up in this thing. And the game won't change, it's the same old thing. And the game won't change, it's the same old thing. Primo, dynamic duo. Dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서는 무신 성공의 신바람. 잠시 나만 물어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 체크 나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝. 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have an interconference showdown here in Boston where the Celtics will square off. Tip-off goes to Houston. DJ Khaled. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Tip-off goes to Houston. And now... the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Sullinger in at the 5. Home in the paint. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country. But now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, he's bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent play. And that one's good. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Harden against Bradley. Harden kicks to Howard. Houston moving it around. Here's Beverly. Howard dishes to Beverly. Ariza has the open look. It's good from long range. Ariza's got 5 now.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
They set the pick. Thomas goes in. Here's Crowder. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Beverly kicks to Beasley. Crowder with the steal. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Johnson. The three-pointer off the mark.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here's Thomas. Right wing. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Michael Beasley.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Beverly against Thomas. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. Off the pick. Got a hand on it. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Corey Brewer's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. Turner's checked in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. 2 on the clock. It's Thomas outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed. And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Harden the pass to Terry. Harden dishes to Moniunas. Moniunas a screen on Turner. The baseline J. And there's Jason Terry on the assist by Brewer.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Back to Thomas. Jerebko kicks to Smart.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in this game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Here's Jerebko. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets lead by 5. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Smart in at the points. Now watching Jay Crowder, he can really boost you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
And the Rockets making a change here. Beasley's checked in. Amir Johnson's checked in for the Celtics. Turner dishes to Crowder. Stolen by Beverly. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
But they recover it. And it's Houston on the break. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Houston leading by 6. Over in the corner, McDaniels. The feed to Howard. Ariza outside. Back to Howard. 6 to shoot. Beverly the pass to Beasley. McDaniels. And the miss. Not the best shot selection there.
You know, when you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's Bradley on the wing. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Celtics trail by 6. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And he gets it to go. Crowder's got 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And watching Amir Johnson Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. James Harden, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Jay Crowder. Marcus Smart's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Turner. And the Celtics with possession here, following the score by Houston. Thomas kicks to Olynyk. Celtics passing it around. Smart dishes to Thomas. Over to the wing. Shoots a 3. Can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. The open shot by Brewer. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Jerebko kicks to Smart. It's rebounded by Houston.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket. I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Rockets leading by 5. Terry kicks to Capella. Here's Brewer. Pass to Terry. Feeds it to Capella. Here's Harden. Rebounded by Jerebko. Celtics trailed by 5. Now Thomas looking for his first basket still in this one. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Harden. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Rockets on top, up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Beasley out there with help. And it's Ariza in the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Ariza. He has 7. Offline with his 3. Boston trailing. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Montejunas is checked in for Houston. Here's Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Harden. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Here's Thomas. Following the score by Houston. Bradley can't get it to go. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. It's Harden with the drive.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Thomas a screen. Sullinger right side. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Timeout called, the Rockets. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. Timeout called, the Rockets.
And, you know, for Houston's wins at home, a lot of it had to do with their three-point shooting. I mean, they shot an average of 35% from behind the arc at home, but kept their opponents to under 30% on the year in Houston.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. Turner's checked in for Boston. Rockets leading by 3. Harden against Bradley. It's Harden with the drive. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And stolen by Ariza. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
At the elbow. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Up top, Modi Yunus. Kicks it out to Beasley. Here's the three. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Beasley. And that's 12 points for Trevor Ariza.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
And here's Hьústон. They're on a 15-6 run. Dishes it to Modi Yunus. Harden has a wide open look. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Thomas kicks to Crowder. Thomas a screen. Pass to Sullinger. Outside Thomas. Shot on the wing. They grab their own miss. And Sullinger kicks to Crowder. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Crowder's got 10 points in the game. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets lead by 8. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Rockets leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston. Johnson is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Smart. Then there's Jerebko. And it's Turner in the one spot. Beverly the pass to Howard. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Rockets. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Just 3 to shoot. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
They grabbed their own miss.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
And you know what? Sometimes there's a reason why you're open. Maybe not the shot you should be taking.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Beverly. Howard kicks to Ariza. 5 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. Howard can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Shots good by Turner. Now a timeout called by Hьюстон.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Hьúston leading by 10. And Beverly kicks to Ariza. Rebounded by the Celtics. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Thomas. And it's sent back by Howard. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Aniunas, no luck. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Turner. Aniunas with the steal. Here's Howard. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Thomas kicks to Turner. Pass to Smart. Celtics passing it around. Johnson. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Harden for 3. And that one's good. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Rockets.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Harden. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Aniunas. And then for Boston. Sellinger's checked in for Olynyk. Crowder comes in for Evan Turner. And Bradley's subbed in for Marcus Smart. Johnson, a wide open look. Puts up the baby hook. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Thomas. Ariza kicks to Howard. The 3. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Howard.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Beasley. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Substitution on the court.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching.